Hi guys, this is going to be the tutorial that's going to show you how to make this sunflower. And you don't have to do it in sunflower colors. You can make this be any kind of flower. I'm going to be using worsted weight yarn. This is 4-ply for the US and 10-ply for the UK or Australia. And I'm also using a 3.5mm hook or a size E hook. And this is a cluster beanie. I have a tutorial on that. And as you can see, I didn't sew my petals on. I just sewed the middle onto the hat. But you can sew your flower on however you like. So I'm going to go for a darker color in the middle. I can't really use the dark brown on camera because it won't show up. So I'm going to have to use these other colors. To start off, you want to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you want to slip stitch in your beginning chain to form a ring. Now for round 1, you want to chain 3, and this chain 3 will not count as a stitch. And then you want to triple crochet 12 into the center ring. To triple crochet, if you were just going over 1, that would be a double crochet. Go over 2, that's a triple crochet. You go into your ring, pull up a loop, going through 2 loops at a time. 1, 2, and 3. That's your first stitch because the chain doesn't count. So again, you want to repeat this 11 more times, doing 12 triple crochets in this ring. So continue to do that and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, I have my triple crochets, and you want to slip stitch not in the chain but in the first triple crochet of the round, just like that. Now for round 2, you want to chain 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you want to slip stitch in this first triple crochet post, the post of the first triple crochet, which is here. Because here below us, here, that's the chain. So you want to be slip stitching into this first post. So you just go under and grab it. Then you want to slip stitch. And then again, you want to chain 5. 3, 4, and 5. And again, you want to find your next post, which is here, and go under it and slip stitch. You'll be repeating this the whole round. Chain 5 again, go into the next post, and slip stitching. Then repeat 3, 4, and 5. And you want to continue to do this all the way around till you come back up to this one again. So it's pretty easy to see where you've done your last one because it kind of sticks out. Okay, I've come to the end of my row, and this is your chain 3 space here. You don't want to go into that one. You want to find your first post of the round again and then slip stitch into it. And that will end your round 3, and it also is the beginning. That's round, no, that'll end your round 3, and now for round 4 begins at the same time because that's your first connection in your first stitch. You want to chain 5 again, find the next post again, and you repeat the exact same thing you just did last round. Chain 5 and slip stitch onto the next post. And like I said, when you come back to your first post again, you will be ending your round and beginning the next. When you're getting ready to finish all 3 of your rounds, because you'll be doing this 3 times, this will be the final stitch that you'll be finishing in. And you can tell which is your final stitch, which would be here, I guess. It'll have 3, it'll have 2, but later on it'll have 3, and you'll know if you have 3 complete versus just 1 here, because you want to have at least, you want to have 3 of each on each petal. We'll be doing this for rounds 4 and 5, doing the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 4, chaining 5, slip stitching on to the next post. So repeat this for this round and the next, and I'll see you when you get done. Now this is what I'm talking about. I just did my chain 5 and slip stitched here, and I don't need to chain 5 and repeat, because I have 1, 2, 3 on this side and 1, 2, 3 on this side. So this is my ending stitch here. When you come to that point, go ahead and leave yourself some tail. And then I go in between 2 of the stitches, just to pull my tail to the back of my project. There, and you can use this extra tail to sew it onto your flower if you like. So that's how you do the center of the flower. Now we need to make the petal. Now this is where you switch to your petal color. To start, again, you want to chain 4, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and slip stitch in that beginning stitch to form a ring. For round 1, you want to chain 2. The chain 2 does not count as a stitch, and you want to double crochet 12 into the center ring. So that's 1 and 2. Continue around until you have 12 double crochets worked in your ring. And again, to end the round, you don't slip stitch in your chain, but in your beginning double crochet. Again, chain 2. Again, this does not count as a stitch. You want to put 2 double crochets in the same beginning stitch. This beginning double crochet that you just slip stitched into. Put 2 double crochets there. And you want to put 2 double crochets in each stitch around. So you started with 12, and at the end of this round, you will have 24. You're doubling your stitches here. So continue to put 2 double crochets in each stitch, and I'll see you when you get back to the end. Now I've come to the end of my row, and this one almost looks like a stitch because of the chain here. When you get to your last stitch of the round, make sure that you have 24 double crochets, and when you do, again, you don't slip stitch in this chain, slip stitch in the first double crochet. For round 4, well, this is round 3, sorry, round 3, you're going to be chaining 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then you want to slip stitch in the next stitch. And then you'll be repeating this all the way around. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Chain 10 again and slip stitch into the next stitch. So continue to do that, all the stitches all the way around. Chain 10, slip stitch in the next stitch. Chain 10, slip stitch in the next stitch, and continue. Okay, I just slip stitched my last chain 10 space. And now what you do is you go into this first chain 10 that you did, and you just single crochet on the post of it. You want to do 4 more for a total of 5 single crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you want to do 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you want to repeat your 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now once you've got your petal with your 5 single crochets, 4 double crochets, and 5 single crochets, you want to go back in to where, like this one for instance, see your chain, the beginning of your chain started here and then it ends here. So this is the place where it begins. Find where this chain began, which is here in this stitch. You want to slip stitch in this beginning stitch. You see it here where it's connected. So once you do your single crochets, double crochets, single crochets, you'll be slip stitching back into this beginning stitch here. So again, onto the chain itself, we'll be single crocheting 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you'll do 4 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then you'll put 5 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And again, into this stitch where your chain first began, you will want to slip stitch into this stitch. And you'll repeat this for every petal all the way around. Okay, I just got done with my last petal. And then after that, you want to chain 1, which I've already done. And then leave yourself as much tail as you like to sew onto your project. If you want to put it on a hat or something. Pull your string tight and then flatten out your flower. Near the center here. Grab your tapestry needle. Get your centerpiece that you made earlier. And now you want to put it in the center. And I try to unroll it as much as I can to put it here so that it has a lot of filling in the front. And then I'm going to go through the back, the bottom row, and then go into my flower. Pull it to the back. Then I'm just going in through the next area, coming up through the bottom layer again. Then I'm going through the same chain here. Just take your time. Make sure that you sew it all the way around. I'm trying to use every little of these petals on the first row that we did. Coming up through one, then going back in on the other side. long tail anyway. Then again, coming up through, so my chain 5 here, coming up through here, then I'll go back down through the other side, then I'll come up through the next one and go down. Just continue to do that until you have the whole thing sewn on all the way around. And that's it. That's how you make your daisy flower, but as you can see, you can make it in any color. And I hope that you enjoyed the tutorial and that you can make many big flowers to put on your hats. Thanks so much for watching, and if you like this video, please don't forget to click like, and please don't forget to share this video. And also, please don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching.